What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Clinton Navigator Bowman with the Outerhaven.net, and I am here with a hip hop legend coming out of New York City, the one, the only DMC, Darryl McDaniels of Run DMC. What's going on, T?
Yo, what up, Clint? How y'all? What's up, y'all? What's going on?
So, me being a hip hop head and me listening to your music for so long, you know, music like songs like Tricky, My Adidas, King of Rock, even the DX theme that you did for WWE, Ruthless Aggression. Coming here to see you doing comics like Darryl Makes Comics.
Yeah, DMC. It was easy to name it.
Yep, makes sense. So the brand Darryl Makes Comics.
Yeah.
Can you give us a little bit of rundown of like the inspiration behind it? What like inspired you to start it?
Yeah, well, before music, before hip hop came over the bridge, it changed my life. I was this little kid, went to Catholic school, straight A student, by the way. I like to brag about positive things.
Of course.
Always on the honor roll. So I was a normal kid, but my whole universe centered around comic books. Me and my brother, we were huge collectors of Marvel. DC was cool, Justice League, Flash, Superman, Batman, but Gotham and Metropolis was fictional.
Right.
Marvel really has superheroes running around New York City. So for me as a kid, it was schoolwork and then going into this wonderful, empowering, inspirational, educational, creative world of comic books. So I collected comic books and I used to sit there and try to draw all my favorite superheroes.
Oh, that's actually pretty awesome.
And what made me actually do a comic book now was my two editors, Riggs Morales and Edgardo Miranda Rodriguez, said, "Yo, D, you should do a comic book, something that will express the potent, universal, motivational, inspiration, educational power of hip hop. If anybody could do that, you could do that. But don't do it as DMC the rapper.
Right.
This isn't another rapper just because he had a hit record trying to do something different because they think they can. I did this comic book as the little boy Darryl McDaniels who grew up loving comics."
So that's actually always a good thing. Now, in terms of you know hip hop, how does I know you said you didn't do it as DMC, right. You did it as Darryl McDaniels, but right. Hip hop influence. How big of an influence does it have in your comic?
It has a total influence because hip hop is my nationality, my religion, my genetic makeup. But one of the things we didn't want to do was make a hip hop comic.
Right.
And when I put my first record out over 30 years ago, I would travel the world here in the United States and globally. I would always go places and people would come up to me. "Yo, DMC, I got this hip hop comic." And some were good, some were really crappy.
Right.
So that's 83, 84, 85, 86. About 2 years ago, I sat back and said, man, there's a lot of good ideas and concepts out there, but why does it keep failing? You don't make a hip hop comic book. You make a comic book. If you happen to be hip hop, all of those elements will be in there. But as soon as you label it hip hop, coming from a geeky, nerdy comic book culture that wants stuff done with integrity,
right.
It's a gimmick.
You're right.
It has to be real. So my comic book is DMC, but it's not a hip hop comic book. It's a comic book that just happens to be hip hop. That's why it's cool.
Yeah, right. So you said it's now I've seen already. It's already in stores.
Yes.
As of last year.
Yep.
So do you have any plans for further editions?
Oh yeah, all right, great question. This is not just a one-off venture. Everything Marvel and DC is doing and has done, I'm about to do that too.
Nice.
DMC, my hero personification, isn't the only hero in the universe. It's not going to be 1,000 issues of just my boring ass. No. DMC is just the first superhero you're introduced to. There's other heroes, other villains, and stuff like that. But it's a universe. The same way Marvel has a lineup of superheroes and villains, the same way DC. I wanted to do something with hip-hop and for hip-hop that, look, Superman, Batman, Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny will be here forever.
Right.
Things with hip hop, besides Run DMC's Tricky, which will be here forever because kids 9 and 4 years old.
That song is amazing.
There's rap records that were huge 2 years, 3 years, 4 years ago that nobody care about.
Right.
But that being said, our labels, you know, we do these hip hop labels, we do these clothing lines. We don't got them no more.
That's the thing.
There's a memory, but there's nothing the next generations 50 years from now can grasp. I want this. The same way Superman and Mickey Mouse will be here forever is the same way Darryl McDaniels and my character will be here forever.
Right, because you know, back in the 80s, now I was born in 87, so I came on the tail end of the 80s hip hop. You know, Adidas was big.
Yep.
You know, the tracksuits and everything. You guys, like, I mean, the song My Adidas, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, that's legendary. Yeah. Everybody knows that song.
Right on.
So my question is, you said other characters will be in it. So, you know, characters like Rev Run. Will we?
Oh, no.
Oh,
wait. Yeah. Right, great question, though.
Okay.
In this universe, Darryl McDaniels, my superpower is hip-hop and rock and roll. I use that to change the universe.
Right.
Teaming up with Rev Run and Jam Master Jay. In the Darryl Makes Comics universe, it's not a rapping superhero. I never meet Run.
Oh.
So, yes, it's a totally different perspective of Darryl McDaniels. Everything at St. John's University,
right.
I graduate, I become a teacher.
Okay.
So it's me, but it's not cornicky, gimmicky, there's no running now. But here's a great question, that was great. Jam Master Jay is in it.
Okay.
You gotta figure out why would Jay be in it and Run isn't in it. You gotta really, and it's not about the group. There's a reason why Jay is in it and special to this universe.
Right.
That makes sense that Jay would be in it. But
okay.
it's not Darryl McDaniels, the DMC Darryl McDaniels. It's Darryl McDaniels, the DMC, who grows up, just like I did in this world. I grew up and realized I had this superpower. I can rhyme and be the king of rock. But in that universe, it's Darryl McDaniels, but with a totally different revelation. So it ain't gonna be, you ain't gonna have the Run superhero and the Daddy Kane. So no, it's not that.
Right.
This is some real powerful, universal, galactic, occult, supernatural stuff going on in my universe.
Okay, that's actually really, really interesting. So before we wrap this up, can you tell everybody that's watching where you can be found?
I can be found in your local comic book store. To find more information on what Darryl Makes Comics is doing, you could go to @DMC Makes Comics. That's both Instagram and Twitter. And DMC-comics.com is the website.
All right, you heard it here from Darryl McDaniels himself. My name is Clinton Navigator Bowman at Special Edition New York City 2015. Peace.